Hi there, my name is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to answer a question I got from one of my viewers, and that is, Jonathan, I have a handicap parking pass issued by my state. Shouldn't that be enough to convince the Social Security judge that I'm disabled? It's a very good question. Unfortunately, the answer is no. And the reason why is that the qualifications to get a handicap parking pass are nothing at all like the qualifications to get Social Security, nor are the implications. So first of all, I just looked up, I'm in Georgia, and looking up the rules to have a handicap parking space, or the placard, you need to show that you have problems with mobility, you have difficult time walking, or you have a certain type of medical problem. You have your doctor sign off that you've got a heart problem or lung problem, or perhaps even orthopedic problem, knee or back problem. It's a one-page form. It really doesn't go into details about your capacity. It just says you have a diagnosis and that you have limited mobility. And that's usually enough. They'll issue a handicap parking placard without really too much further effort. Because if you think about it, the implications of this, it simply means that you have the right for a period of time to park in a handicap parking spot. So if it's issued wrongfully, and in fact you really don't need it, so you've got to live with yourself for parking in a handicap parking spot when you don't really need it, but it really doesn't change, it doesn't impact anybody's budget, it really doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. Usually there's more than one spot. And again, obviously there are situations where it's problematic for a person who really needs it, who can't get to it. But again, the stakes are not necessarily as high as it would be for Social Security. By contrast, Social Security has a very specific definition of disability, and that is that you don't have the capacity to perform any type of gainful activity. So it's a much higher standard. It's not just you have a diagnosis, but you have a medical problem that prevents you from doing any kind of work. Again, theoretically, you might not be able to walk very well, but you could do a sit-down type of job. So you could qualify for a handicap parking placard, but you could also still work. So there's not really an equivalency there. The second thing, of course, is if you're approved for Social Security disability, you're going to be receiving disability benefits for the next, could be 20 years, 30 years. You're going to be on Medicare for the next 20 or 30 years. It's going to cost the federal government tens of thousands of dollars. So again, the stakes are just a lot higher as opposed to a person who's getting a parking pass for 6 months that they shouldn't get or don't really need, versus 20 or 30 years getting $1,500 a month from the United States Treasury. So that's why having a parking pass does not automatically qualify you for disability. Obviously, it is a factor. If you have a handicap parking pass, that's evidence that I would want to know about and present the documentation to the judge, so the judge can see that at least a doctor felt that you had mobility problems. It could impact you positively in terms of the grid rules, for example, in terms of limiting you to sedentary type of work. It could also eliminate certain types of jobs. For example, you might have to have a job that has a parking space within a few yards of the work site, something like that. But again, it doesn't mean you're automatically disabled. So that's the answer to the question of why a parking placard does not equal disability. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, and visit my website at ssdanswers.com for access to my Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit. It's delivered by email, or to ask for a case evaluation. I only do that if you're not currently represented, but you can ask for a case evaluation at ssdanswers.com. So for now, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I do wish you the best. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.